Magandang araw mga bata. Ngayon ay pag-aralan natin how to add and subtract fractions. Before that, alamin muna natin ano ba'y fraction. Fraction is part of a whole. So for example, we have one whole. We divide it into 4 equal parts. So that will be our denominator, the 4 equal parts. Because the denominator will tells you the number of equal parts the whole is divided into. Yung 3 is what you call the numerator. It tells the number of parts talked about, yung pinag-uusapan. So, if somebody asks, what part is shaded? So, the answer is 3/4. Pero pag ang tinanong, what part is not shaded? That will be 1/4. There are certain terms in fractions that we have to understand first. First, we have proper fraction. Sample niyan, 1/3, 2/5, 2/9. You will notice, mas mataas ang denominator kesa sa numerator. So, kaya ang tawag dyan, proper fraction. Improper fraction, 6/5, 7/3, 9/4. So, mas mataas naman ang numerator dito pag improper. Mixed number. It has a whole number and a fraction. Pag may whole number, may fraction, ang tawag dyan, mixed number. Another example. Let's go back. So, dito, we don't accept improper fraction as the final answer. Another term, we have lowest term. 4/6. 2/3. Ito yung mga picture niya. We have 8/12. If you will notice, magkakasing laki lang naman may shade. Iba-iba lang yung pagkakahati. So, this 4/6, 2/3, and 8/12 are equal fractions. Pero yung 2/3 ang fraction in lowest term. Ito yung pinakamababa kasi yung mga number niya. But how can we know if the fraction is in its lowest term? 1, if the numerator is 1. Example, 1/2, 1/3, 1/6. B, the numerator and denominator are consecutive numbers, 4/5, 2/3, 5/6, magkasunod siya. The numerator are both prime numbers. The numerator and the denominator are both prime numbers. Letter T, there is no common factor except 1. Activity 1, write the following in its lowest term. So, paano ba tayo mag-change in lowest term? Kasi ito daw, susulat mo daw in lowest term. So, for example, we have 12/16. Step 1 is find the GCF. Ang gagamitin muna natin, yung method 1, which is continuous division. Naturo ko na to before. 12/16. Okay, 12 divided by 2, 6. 16 divided by 2, we have 8. What number can you divide? By 2. Okay, so our GCF are these 2. 4. So, the GCF of 12 and 16 is 4. So, paano natin gagamitin yan? So, yung next step, divide the numerator by the GCF. So, alin ba numerator? Yung 12. So, di-divide natin. 12 divided by 4, we have 3. Step C, divide the denominator by the GCF. So, itong denominator, 16 divided by 4, we have 4. So, our lowest term is 3/4. So, ganyan ang gagawin nyo sa activity 1. Pwede rin method 2, which is the list down. You may review our past lesson kasi ginamit na natin to. So, activity 2, give the least common multiple of the given set of numbers. Write your answer on the space provided after each set of numbers. So, for example, 4 and 6. Ano ba yung least common multiple nito or LCM? So, naturo ko na to sa inyo. So, we use the continuous division. Ano yung LCM niya? 2 times 2 times 3. So, the LCM is 12. So, ganyan lang yung gagawin nyo sa activity 2. Kaya lang, kailangan talaga ng solution na makikita ko sa inyong answer sheet. Activity 3, you're going to rename the fraction to similar fractions. But before that, alamin muna natin ano ba yung similar fractions. These are fractions with the same denominators. Example, 4/3, 1/3, 2/3. Pare-parehong 3 ang denominator nila. Kaya similar fractions yan. So, these 3 are also example of similar fractions. How about the similar fractions? Kung similar, they have the same. Syempre, dissimilar, they have different denominators. 4/7 and 2/3. Magkaiba denominator, so dissimilar fractions yan. So, sabi dito, you can only add or subtract similar fractions. So, mag-rename muna tayo. We have different steps. For example, itong 1/2 and 3/8. This is for activity 3. Step 1, find the least common denominator or the LCD. So, ang pinag-aralan natin, LCM, kasi yung una nating example, whole number lang. Since ito, fraction na, so, we called it LCD or least common denominator. So, yung 2 at saka 8 ang denominator, kaya iyon ang hahanapin natin ang LCD. So, our LCD, 2 times 4, hindi ko na isinama yung 1. We have 8. So, rename the fraction as similar fractions by using the LCD. So, yung 1/2 at yung 3/8. Saan galing yung 8? Ito yung LCD. Ginawa nating bagong denominator. So, think, in what number will you multiply 2 to get 8? Yes, 4. So, you're also going to multiply the numerator by 4. So, we have 4/8. Next, we're going to multiply 8 by 1 to get 8. So, yung 3, you will also multiply it by 1. So, we have 3/8. So, ang similar fractions ng 1/2 at 3/8 ay 4/8 and 3/8. So, yan yung sagot ninyo sa activity 3. Any question? So, balik-balikan nyo na lang yung video for you to understand. Okay, happy learning!